Oshkosh 2020, here we come.
Flight of 2 for the overhead.
We landed here.
We're looking at an F-111F.
Ready to launch. I'm just here hiding away from the wind since it's like 25 knots of wind right now, I think, but right down the runway. So we're gonna head out of Sioux Falls en route to the Badlands. We're gonna fly over the Badlands, not the national park area of the Badlands, and then fly into KRAP, also known as KRAP. Ready to rock and roll? Well, it happens to the best of them. I've been there many times. Yep. I think we've all been there.
Starting the descent now to the Badlands. We're going to fly kind of low over the Badlands there. Again, not the national park part of the Badlands. Very important not to fly low over that, but in the areas where there's just nothing really out there. Last time coming back from Oshkosh, so Oshkosh 2019, I flew with my dad from Rockford back to Seattle, and we came over the Badlands and did the same thing. And it was super, super cool to get to kind of get low, take a look at them. It was a place I'd visited. We visited multiple times again growing up, and then since then as well. Every time I drive across the country for military moves, I'd always stop in at the Badlands because I think it's super cool. So yeah, we're gonna get down there and get a good look at them. Should be a lot of fun. Last year, this was one of the highlights of the trip. Oh, this is really smooth comparatively from last year. Nice.
After our fun in the Badlands, we headed into KRAP, which is conveniently located right by the Badlands.
We are at KRAP, waiting for some weather to pass, or maybe we won't. We'll see how long it sits there. We did have an injury. I think if you're a camera, that's the equivalent of a bird strike, and we should probably report that to the Smithsonian in some way, shape, or form. Is there a BASH report for large bugs?
There might be a NASA safety report.
Last leg for today, headed towards Missoula. We'll see how it looks. There's some weather. You can't really see it too well. We should be able to get between it without much of an issue. Probably get a little bit wet, which is fine. Hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler. It was pretty warm. Super fun leg, but pretty warm down there. My shirt is soaked because I sweated through it. But one more, probably be a lot cooler up there on this one based on what we're seeing up ahead. So getting ready to fire it up and go.
After a quick break, we took back off out of KRAP, even though the weather was CRAP, just like it was last time we were talking about that place. But it cleared up as we flew through it, and then we got to enjoy a 50-knot headwind all the way to Bozeman. At Bozeman, we got some gas, still had plenty of daylight, and we pressed on to the west. We basically followed I-90 the entire way there, hoping that being over a little bit of a valley where the road is would reduce the turbulence a bit. Now, I don't know if it did or not, but I can tell you that the route we picked was pretty turbulent, although I think it was probably still better than flying directly over the mountains in that case. And besides, it gave me the opportunity to fly through some of the mountain passes over I-90, which was super fun. Getting in towards Spokane, we joined back up as a section for the overhead into Felts Field, and that's where we spent the night.
Well, we're going to launch out of Spokane, Felts Field, KSFF. Gonna dip down over Moses Lake and look at all the 737s parked there, just 'cause it'll be cool to see, and I haven't seen it yet. You've already seen them though, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah, Brian's been there. He gets around here on the east side a little more often than I do. And then we'll head back to Seattle. We'll split up. I'll head to Payne. Brian will head to Boeing Field. And then we'll go cry ourselves to sleep in our hangars after we get back for the trip being over.
We took off, flew west, even did a little bit of aerobatics, looked at the 737s parked at Moses Lake, and then continued west along I-90 again. Even though the fact that the trip was coming to an end was definitely sad, it's always a treat to be flying in the beauty of the Pacific Northwest. About halfway home, we could hear some of their Varks chattering on the radio on their way to W10 for breakfast.
Alright, I'm going to start leaning north here and heading up towards W10.
Alright man, tell the guys I said hello and sad to see it end, but grateful for the adventure. Thanks man.
Yeah, it was an awesome time. This was super fun.
Can't wait to relive it watching the videos.
I just got to get below this Bravo shelf here so I don't, end this nice with a flight violation.
Yeah, no violation.
I elected to fly directly over my house, continue on past Payne Field, which is my home field, and go meet the crew at W10 at Mukilteo Roasters.
Landed here, Whidbey Air Park. Seems like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, well, now 5 aardvarks here. So I'm gonna go say hello to them, get some coffee. I'm still not hungry from our breakfast in Spokane. We kind of went on a little bit of a food binge fest eating for the last few days. Go see what's up with these guys and maybe go fly a little bit after that. We'll see. The end of the road for Oshkosh 2020 for me.
All comes down. It all feeds back to Whiskey 10. It always does.
It all comes back to Whidbey.
Then after that, I flew back to Payne. Satisfied, exhausted, fully stoked on flying.
Well, this was a fantastic trip. I'm just leaving the airfield now. Did a little bit of maintenance on the plane. Turns out I have a little bit more to do as well. Found some more things I want to
want to make adjustments on. But what an awesome way to spend a week. Even though I only spent about 3 seconds at Oshkosh on my touch and go, it was a ton of fun, and really can't wait now for Oshkosh 2021. Looking forward to it already. And that's it. That's a wrap, folks. Just like that, that's the close of our Oshkosh 2020. I think I've said it a few times, already looking forward to 2021, but without Oshkosh and Airventure happening, this was still just such an awesome experience. And as I said at the beginning, if you get the opportunity to fly across the country with your friends, always do it.